My name is Ben Smith, and I'm a member of the cello section of the SpARTanburg Philharmonic. I've been a member of the SpARTanburg Philharmonic off and on since 1992 when I was in junior high school. The maestro was Henry Janiak, and I had to audition for him and come and play my first rehearsal with the orchestra, which was very, very exciting. We were playing Capriccio, Espagnol, Romeo and Juliet by Tchaikovsky, and Rachmaninoff Piano Concerto No. 2. And I still remember that so vividly. It was such a special first program. And over the years, there have been so many special programs with the SpARTanburg Philharmonic, whether we've been in Twitchell or downtown outdoors, or at the Chapman Cultural Center, or performing out in the community. I'm here today to teach you a little bit about the string instruments of the orchestra. The cello is a member of the string family. Strings come in several different sizes. As you can see here, we've got a violin, the smallest instrument of the bowed string instrument family, the viola, which is slightly larger, the cello, which is considerably larger, and our missing instrument is the double bass, which I don't have room in my studio for. So nothing against my double bass friends. I love you. You provide such an important low sound to not only our section, but to the entire orchestra. So nothing against them, just don't have one here today. Each of us uses a bow. Bows come in different sizes as well, depending on the instruments. And we use the bow to draw across the strings. The sound that comes from the vibration of the string resonates inside the instrument and then comes out these parts here called the F holes, which are kind of like the speakers on our instrument. So we always want to point those towards the audience so they can hear our full sound. If you look around this is my home studio that we're in today, and if you look around, you'll see a number of cellos. I always say that there's plenty of room in the stable for cellos, and if a cello is looking for a good home, it's going to find it here with me. So you might notice this cello is a little different. It has a very cool, this is called the scroll. It has a very cool scroll that was carved in Germany and with a little special detail, which I like to think that the maker was very proud of the instrument and decided to add that little bit of flair. But comparing that one to this one obviously does not have anywhere for the sound to vibrate in and resonate out of. This is an electric cello, and it's got just the parts that you need. But to make any sound, it requires some electricity and some amplification. So I've got some gear here, which is not plugged in right now, but the fun thing about this, you can make it sound like so many other instruments, but the drawback is you have to have all this other gear. So it's a trade-off. It's taking an ancient instrument, like the one we normally play, and modernizing it and giving it some new bells and whistles. So like I said before, I've got a lot of wonderful memories with the SpARTanburg Philharmonic. A couple of them, actually, I've got here memorialized in my studio. One of my favorites is this concert from the 1995-96 season, which was actually the first year that we were called the Greater SpARTanburg Philharmonic and became a professional orchestra. I actually had to audition again for the orchestra that year because of the change of the ensemble. And that year I also got to be a soloist with the orchestra. I was the youth soloist and got to perform the Saint-Saëns concerto with the orchestra, which was great fun, a very special memory. Another very special memory was from the SpARTanburg Philharmonic's Espresso series. And the Espresso concert entitled Cello Macchiato, which featured the cello section of the SpARTanburg Philharmonic playing small and large cello ensembles together over the Chapman Cultural Center. This has been one of the many fun and interesting programming things that the organization has done that I've been proud to be part of. That one was especially a lot of fun because cellists love playing together, and we think the only way to make anything better is more cello. So just always add more cello. And you see over here, I've actually got a picture from the cello section from a few years ago when we had a cello soloist who's an old friend of mine who now teaches in South Carolina at the university. And so I have a lot of great memories in here of the Philharmonic. And I hope you will be able to learn more about the Philharmonic and about our different programs. One of the things I really love about the cello is it has a really wide range of notes that are actually really usable. So we can play things that are really high. We can play things that are really low. We can also make our instruments sound like other things or sort of reminiscent of other things. And this tune I'm going to play for you by Aaron Minsky called The Train Whistle mimics just that. It's a train and the whistle that the train blows.